Filled with legends, warriors, and forgotten promises, a new chapter begins, one that feels both deeply familiar and dangerously unpredictable. The Mandalorian and Grogu arrives not just as another story from the ever-expanding Star Wars universe, but as an emotional continuation of a bond that reshaped the fate of the galaxy itself. From the very first moment, the trailer pulls viewers back into a world where silence speaks louder than words, armor carries history, and destiny often travels in the smallest of companions. The screen opens with tension hanging in the air, engines humming somewhere beyond sight, reminding us that peace in this galaxy has always been temporary. And at the center of it all stands Din Djarin, portrayed once again by Pedro Pascal, a warrior whose journey has transformed from lone bounty hunter to reluctant father figure. The story picks up after the events that left fans questioning what comes next for the Mandalorian creed and the child who changed everything. Grogu is no longer just a mysterious being needing protection. He represents hope, legacy, and perhaps even the future balance of power. As the camera moves through dimly lit starports and lawless settlements, audiences are reminded that the galaxy remains fractured. Criminal syndicates thrive, remnants of the fallen empire lurk in the shadows, and whispers of rising conflict echo across distant systems. The tone feels heavier this time, less about survival and more about consequence. Every decision now carries weight, especially for a man who knows he cannot shield his adopted son forever. When Din Djarin warns, "Never touch the buttons," the moment feels playful on the surface, yet underneath lies a deeper truth. Grogu is growing, learning, and becoming increasingly aware of the dangerous universe around him. The bond between them has matured, shifting from protector and passenger to mentor and student. The camera cleverly balances humor and emotional gravity, reminding fans why their relationship became the emotional core of modern Star Wars storytelling. Small gestures, a glance, a hesitant pause, a quiet moment inside a cockpit say more than grand speeches ever could. As new characters emerge, the stakes immediately escalate. Legendary actress Sigourney Weaver appears as a powerful figure whose motives remain mysterious, delivering lines that suggest knowledge of threats far larger than bounty hunting or local conflicts. Her presence adds an air of authority and unpredictability, hinting that the galaxy's political landscape may once again be shifting toward chaos. Meanwhile, Jeremy Allen White joins the cast, bringing an energy that feels raw and grounded, suggesting a character caught between survival and morality. Together, these new faces expand the story's emotional range, introducing alliances that may not last and loyalties that could easily fracture. The trailer introduces a darker undercurrent as criminals, warlords, and surviving Imperial loyalists resurface. The chilling chant of "Long live the Empire" signals that the past refuses to stay buried. Though the Empire officially fell years ago, its ideology continues to poison the galaxy. For Din Djarin, this mission transforms into something deeply personal. What once began as a simple job has evolved into a responsibility far greater than himself. The narrative suggests that the Mandalorian is no longer running from danger. He is moving directly toward it, fully aware that confrontation may be inevitable. One of the most powerful lines arrives when Din reflects on Grogu's future, admitting that the child will live centuries beyond him. It is a quiet acknowledgement of mortality, something rarely explored so openly in action-driven stories. Beneath the armor is a man confronting the reality that he cannot always be there to protect the one person who gave his life meaning. This emotional layer elevates the story beyond battles and starships, grounding it in universal themes of parenthood, legacy, and sacrifice. The galaxy may be vast, but the heart of the story remains deeply intimate. Visually, the world feels larger than ever. Sweeping shots of desert planets, crowded underworld cities, and icy landscapes reinforce the sense that danger exists everywhere. Each location feels alive, filled with tension and hidden stories waiting to unfold. Whether navigating hostile territories or negotiating with questionable allies, Din Djarin moves through environments that constantly test his beliefs and skills. The cinematography hints at cinematic scale, signaling a transition from streaming success to a full theatrical experience that aims to redefine how Star Wars stories are told on the big screen. Action sequences flash across the trailer with relentless intensity. Starfighter chases, explosive confrontations, and armored warriors preparing for battle. Yet even amid the chaos, the focus repeatedly returns to Grogu. His reactions, curiosity, and growing confidence suggest a character evolving into something far more powerful than anyone anticipated. The Force remains an ever-present mystery around him, teased rather than fully revealed, leaving audiences wondering how his abilities will shape the coming conflict. Each glimpse feels like a promise that Grogu's journey is only beginning. The theme of choice becomes central as characters question whether to run or fight. For Din Djarin, this dilemma defines his arc. He has spent years surviving by avoiding attachment and responsibility, yet now he stands at a crossroads where neutrality is no longer possible. The galaxy demands action, and his personal code must adapt to a reality where protecting one life may mean risking countless others. The trailer's pacing builds toward this moral tension, emphasizing that the upcoming story is not about revenge, but prevention, stopping another devastating war before it begins. Hidden within the dialogue are hints of deeper conspiracies. References to secret targets and decks of enemies suggest an organized campaign against rising threats. Someone is gathering information, tracking powerful figures, and preparing for a confrontation that could reshape galactic order. Fans speculate that remnants of Imperial leadership may be attempting a coordinated return, forcing unlikely heroes to unite. These subtle clues add intrigue, encouraging viewers to analyze every frame for connections to larger Star Wars lore. The emotional weight intensifies when Din checks his armor before entering danger, a ritual symbolizing both readiness and vulnerability. Armor protects his body, but it cannot shield him from loss. This recurring imagery reinforces the idea that strength in this story comes not from invincibility, but from perseverance. The Mandalorian is no longer defined solely by creed. He is defined by love, loyalty, and the willingness to stand against overwhelming odds. As the trailer nears its climax, tension reaches a breaking point. Threats loom closer, enemies grow bolder, and the possibility of sacrifice becomes unavoidable. Grogu's presence shifts from protected child to emotional anchor, reminding Din and the audience what is truly at stake. The question is no longer whether they can survive, but whether they can prevent history from repeating itself. War feels imminent, and every decision moving forward may determine the fate of entire systems. The closing moments bring a surprising warmth. Amid danger and looming conflict, a simple line about saving the rest for after dinner injects humanity into the chaos. It reminds viewers that even in a galaxy defined by conflict, connection still matters. Humor, companionship, and shared moments remain powerful forces against darkness. This balance between heart and spectacle has always defined The Mandalorian, and the film appears determined to preserve that identity while expanding its scope. Ultimately, The Mandalorian and Grogu promises more than just another adventure. It represents evolution for the characters, the franchise, and the storytelling itself. With Pedro Pascal returning to anchor the emotional core, supported by performances from Sigourney Weaver and Jeremy Allen White, the film aims to blend cinematic scale with deeply personal storytelling. The journey ahead looks dangerous, emotional, and transformative, suggesting that the bond between a warrior and a child may once again become the galaxy's greatest source of hope. As the music fades and the final image lingers, one message becomes clear. The galaxy is changing, and heroes must change with it. Din Djarin may fear the day he can no longer protect Grogu, but the story hints that true protection lies in preparing the child to stand on his own. And as audiences prepare to return to theaters, anticipation builds for a story that will test loyalty, redefine courage, and remind everyone why this unlikely duo captured hearts across the world. The adventure is far from over. In fact, it may only just be beginning.